caught me really off guard at the start of the season with Zen.
Mm.
Because he's Pastel, as you know, but he told me like 2 seasons ago he wanted to be called Zen, and that's now his official name. And then everybody in his team still called him Pastel, so I asked, like, right, just in the lobby, like, hey guys, is it Zen or Pastel now? And he's like, no, I'm back to Pastel.
It's even worse, like, the SA, the South American region, the back and forth between nicknames all over. But let's talk about this draft a little bit, right? Uh, even before we came online, I already predicted the Panglier pick with the Ember Spirit. I don't really understand this last hold of the Bane plus Lycan at the end of the day. It feels a little bit weird. Against Zero Tenacity, but there's a little bit of versatility with the Rin Ranger pick being it's, either support or core. At the same time, thinking of moves, I was predicting it to be more of a support line, one way or the other, thus putting the Undying, the Wind Ranger, and the Earth Spirit as the cores, respectively. I did say they were lacking damage. They got it with the Wind Ranger and the Lich. But the team fight coordination in my eyes isn't really there. Now, of course, Zero Tenacity could deliver a bit on that, but in my humble opinion, I think RURIs could just wrap it up here. They have a full minute to decide what kind of carry they want at the end of the day. With if they want to carry, of course, like the Panglier could be mid, it could be off lane. There's just multitudes of things to choose from. With Zero Tenacity predicting it should be an offlaner, I don't know, just throw a Tide at this whole thing and you basically have the whole thing set up.
Yep, I agree. Tide or anyone else with Stunlock, I really like the Enigma and the Centaur bans for that very reason. Because I think we both agree that this Wind Ranger's already gonna have a very rough game against so many hard stuns. Because there's the Bushwhack, there's the Rolling Thunder, there's the Hookshot. It's just gonna be very hard to find that good positioning to actually carry a team fight right now. And if RE Arise can double down on that, then there's no other good source of late game damage. Sure, Lich ultimates are gonna do a lot of work early on, but those fall off eventually, so what else?
Yeah, I'm wondering if the stacking thing that Zero Tenacity usually do, right, with Amorales, is it going to be happening this time? Because you can definitely farm them with the Undying and the Earth Spirit, right? But with the Earth Spirit wanting to have such a massively fast tempo, will you have the time to make the stacks? Will you have the time to farm those stacks? And is it even worth it? Because right now, what I'm reading is that Zero Tenacity has to be coming online sub 10 minutes, get that vessel, and then just start hunting either Anku or Ethereal. Because Yowai is going to be a non-target. Waveform and Anisan are going to do their very, very best to just defend him at all cost. And if Yowai doesn't overextend, as he sometimes does, right? We talked about this.
Yep.
If he doesn't do that overextension, I think RURI should be fine.
I mean,
But the clock is definitely ticking for Zero Tenacity immediately as we get into the game.
yeah, that's what's worrying me, because Nesfear, he's definitely very good at playing that Wind Ranger. It's one of the heroes he's been enjoying the most. You've kind of talked about how he's been playing more and more range carries rather than melee carries in the last few patches. But I feel like this is just such a rough Wind Ranger game, so I'm also going with RE Arise having a slight advantage. But if the Wind Ranger lane snowballs, that's the easiest win condition, I think, because Wind Ranger, she very quickly reaches that point where you just cannot kill her, where there's just Wind Run plus usually a Hurricane Pike or something of that sort, right? Some kind of defensive item to help disengage even further.
On the other hand, Joe, like look at the enemy side. You said you can't catch her. Like you have, What do you mean you have Hoodwink, you have Clockwork, and then you get me started on the Beastmaster with the Primal Roar.
Oh yeah, only if she snowballs. You're gonna have to snowball into multiple defensive
No,
items.
like even if you snowball, even if she has BKB, Aghanim Scepter, I don't know what.
BKB,
Give her all the
Blink
saves in the
Dagger. Those
world.
two are mandatory at least, because without the Blink, I will agree, we'll just see this Wind Ranger caught out time and time again.
But then Anku's gonna get a Blink Dagger and just roar into your ear. The careful whisper of the Primal Roar. I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like a
I don't
difficult
see.
game for sure, but I don't know.
Even if you snowball, it's just such a rough game for the win. It's the other four that need to be active on my eyes, and I don't. And I love Zero Tenacity, of course. Shout out to LeBron. Hopefully he's watching. I don't know if he isn't. Good guy, really really fun to talk to from time to time. Sadly, neither of us made it to ENC, but very same time, you know.
We'll get there one
It's
day.
gonna be a rough match.
My cat is gonna make me famous
ENC?
yet.
I don't know.
30 seconds to battle.
So with this double 0-minute smoke, I don't think we're gonna see a first blood, because both teams have a really strong level 1 fight, and whoever gets caught first is just gonna get obliterated. So we're already seeing both sides spread out, make sure they have some defensive vision going, and get ready to be potentially initiated on.
The battle begins.
Oh, we're gonna see a team fight immediately break loose as Anku, underestimating the huge level 1 potential from the side of Zero Tenacity, and may immediately pay the price. One more right click from Warwick will do him in, and now they're hunting for Ethereal with a blood grenade, getting 2 for the price of 1. Exactly the start that Zero Tenacity needed here.
It's a nice little lead, but it's a bit more on the compensation side of things, right? At the end of the day, there's still 3 bounty runes on the Radiant side, so about 150 gold of a difference in favor of the Dire at the end of the day.
Yep. Windranger also didn't get any XP from that, which would have made a massive difference, kind of helping Nesfear get those first few levels going at least. So a slight difference, but at least Zero Tenacity do have this advantage going into mid, where Spirit got the massive amount of first blood XP. He's now gonna use that to try his best and pressure Ethereal, because once Ethereal comes online, I feel like he's always gonna have a good time farming against the Earth Spirit with the Swashbuckle and Shield Crash combo. It's really the early first few minutes where, especially if you have any kind of breathing room, Pango can get a lot of last hits, and then kind of compensate with the Rolling Thunder, trying to hunt side lanes and stuff.
Speaking on the other side, I am going to try and look on the status of the players. Does seem to me that some of the Zero Tenacity boys are playing on 80 ping, so that does mean they're already at Games of the Future. As up top, we have some action.
Oh, looks like Windranger's being chased after, though Nesfear thankfully not going down that easily with a Lich behind him. Every small mistake is gonna get punished on both of these side lanes with how big of a stake there is on the respective carry coming online. I feel like this patch has a lot of those kind of carry versus carry matchups.
Interesting take. I think it's more about the side lane matchups going well. Mid trying to tip the balance, but balanced it is as down bottom.
Yo, why able to get away?
Possibly.
Harass from Undying with the DKs is really starting to hurt.
Yeah, I also like that makes it the go for the Tombstone plus the decay, so it's the variation I prefer myself more than what was popular once the hero came back onto the offlane. Introduced by Miero with the soul rip and the decays.
Yeah. I do really like Undying Core with the instant respawn as well, but this time around I think they do have Ani-san because the Tombstone will come down, and one more right click from Miksha makes that one look very easy.
I also enjoy that we just switch pronunciations of the name, but it's all good.
I mean, he is
3-0 for Z10. This is actually the snowball start we wanted to see from them, isn't it?
Yep, it's exactly what this draft is supposed to do. It's clearly what they intended to do with these last 2 picks, and Yoai is gonna go down to show just how powerful this Undying early on can be. Over on top lane though, Beastmaster now also playing a lot more aggressive, diving, will not quite get the Wind Ranger, but makes sure to at least get boost.
So I wanted to point out before we pull the camera, maybe mid. No, well, the action does decide there. I absolutely agree with Moose's build, right? Like the Frost Shield isn't gonna do much.
Yep, it's the Frost Blast that saves your carry, I agree.
Yeah, the Frost Blast will take care of the boars, and the Sinister Gaze will just pull the Hoodwink in for a possible catch. Or even just a harassment of the Hoodwink itself.
I mean,
A lot of people were like, why is there no frost shield on the Lich? Why? Like, that's the exact reason why. He wants to kill the boars fast and then control the hoodwink.
yeah, even if he fails to catch the hoodwink, just getting rid of those boars
Dire's
costs
middle
Beastmaster
tower is
so
under
much
attack.
of his potential space to kind of pressure the carry with. And you're really noticing that as Anku is putting the lane back, focusing on his own farm, over shutting down that of Nasfir, which I think is exactly the intent of it. Though, when do you think this Pangolier will kick into gear? Because Ethereal gets forced to walk back home and refill his bottle in the base.
A 5-minute walk of shame is always a rough one, but I'm pretty sure once the team fights will eventually happen, Ethereal will have a better time. It's just that, yeah, catching that moment of I need to go at them. It's kind of a rough one with the Pangolier. Oh, we had a team where basically all three cores could play the Pango pretty well back in the NC qualifier days, right?
Yep.
It's kind of insane that that's been a month ago at this point. It feels like ages is up top, Uncle.
Oh, he went indeed, doing a lot of damage to the Wind Ranger, but it's not enough himself. He'll finish the job, and with Fairy Fire trying to keep himself alive, Nasfir, the most valuable kill, but it will come at the cost of a Beastmaster. Waveform still being chased after, but he should find getting himself away with the pushback.
Dire's top tower is
I think even though it's a deep dive, it's absolutely worth it for the side of Ario Rise. Season 39 champions here at EPL.
Yep, going for a good trade. I think taking out this Wind Ranger, it's always going to be worth it, because Lina has the better late game. Yowai, once he deals with the Wind Run, is going to have so much better of a time dealing with this Wind Ranger, getting there. I don't know if they can do it. Yowai also already died once and is really facing down a lot of pressure from dying now. And as I say that, now over on top, Wind Ranger decides to try 4-kill on Waveform. Waveform, quite tanky for such a little squirrel. Lich, if you can catch up to her, will get a beautiful catch, however, and power shot. Finish the job.
So at the same time, this timing is really, really rough for Anku all alone here. 20 seconds while they're trying to wisdom.
Yeah, and you see how quickly the boars go down. It's one Frost Blast, a few right clicks before the slow wears off. And Anku just loses a lot of mana and a really big cooldown because of
Dire are
just how important it is. Sure, the X's deal damage, but the X's don't give you vision, the X's don't tell you whether there's one or two supports coming to contest this wisdom, and it will in fact be two. Pangolier is there, but so is Earthspirit with a massive Magnetize, and Warwick entirely prevents a good Rolling Thunder from happening here. The wisdom still has not been reclaimed. They make sure to keep one hero on it from the side of Zero Tenacity. I don't think they'll get Ethereal, as Ethereal able to roll away, but the moment he comes out of the Rolling Thunder, Earthspirit says nope, R-kill anyways. Anisan still fighting on that wisdom. They really want it, but Warwick comes in, Anisan goes down, Nasfir gets the wisdom after all. Trying to go for a follow-up on the Hoodwink maybe, but Beastmaster comes in, scares Nasfir away, and that's that. Zero Tenacity, the second big fight of the game, and both of these big fights with 4 heroes involved, they win, as over on bottom lane, Yowai also gets taken down by Miksha once again. You cannot leave this Dina alone with the Undying anymore.
Well, as long as you have the Flesh Golem, obviously. This is exactly what we wanted from Z10. Currently, even though they're leading with 6 kills, it's not that much of a lead though. But a very, very lucky pickup on both power runes now. Warwick could continue this snowball. And off to the Vessel he will go soon.
Yeah, Vessel seems like a great item against the Beastmaster.
Time is just absolutely not on the side of Ario Rise right now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
At least Yowai is kind of starting to farm, starting to catch up in the network department, but all of the space they're making may come around to bite them in the ass. Nice catch on the Undying though. Acorn shot is there, Swashbuckle not quite connecting, and Miksha manages to get himself away.
He just doesn't care. As long as he can touch one hero with that decay, he's absolutely fine.
Yep.
Radiant's middle tower is
Huge
under
rotation,
attack.
once again, kind of wasted from the side
Scanning.
of Rune Eater's Arise, I will say. Because, it's not like he's getting any kill participation right now. He's just making sure to farm up, but while he's doing that, this Wind Ranger has 1 kill and 6 freaking assists.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, over on top lane, Nasfear maybe into deep this time though, and out comes the beautiful Lich ultimate. Nasfear still with the Focus Fight, trying to keep himself alive, but in comes Pangolier, finishing the job, getting himself a double kill.
Doesn't even need to use the Rolling Thunder. He was thinking about it, but thankfully the Dark Willow stopped him, and then he just found this beautiful swashbuckle on too.
Yep. And now it's the Wind Ranger that actually overextends just a little bit. Pango though. Uh-oh. He did not expect MRLS.
All that bravado, but no real talent.
And this in general is the way snowball drafts work, right? You are the one that needs to do the dives, you're the one that needs to do the overextension so that the creep wave can touch the tower and do the work for you in this stage. And all you do is just hunt. I think Zero Tenacity, we laid out the plan for them, and they are following that to the T.
Oh yeah, as long as they can keep these kills going, I don't even think they're gonna get punished that hard for building 2 urns here. Because usually 2 urns seems a bit iffy to me, even if they do have 2 distinct upgrade paths these days. But Dark Widow and Earthspirit, they're almost never gonna be on the same part of the map. While over on bottom lane, Nasfear just pumps bottom solo kills.
Why? We talked about this.
Radiant's
The opposite of what I expected was going to happen. I thought it was this Lina that was gonna come bottom, gonna come top, press ultimate on Nasfear and completely ruin his day. Now it's the Wind Ranger having a really free time.
Dire's middle tower.
I'm still not surprised at the current results that we're seeing right now. It's just stopping this constant running at you is going to be the problem, right?
Yeah.
Generally, the carries in the current patch just cannot leave the jungle and the bottom lane. The outskirts is just too many camps. Rotating into the off lane, it just feels like a massive blunder.
Well, Anku is going for a Helm of the Overlord, so that is going to give them a lot of tempo back to keep this Lina farming. Whether it's gonna be enough or just result in extra ancient creeps being killed by 0-10 remains to be seen though. Uh-oh, hook shot. Not quite what Clockwork wanted to go for there, as Anisan will be the first one dying, and with that massive Lich ultimate, even Yowai goes down. Pangolier can Rolling Thunder himself out, but he can't even secure the Undying or the Lich.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Waveform also chased after. But the tempo, I think, is being managed okay. It's really just that the big target that Yowai has on his back cannot be mitigated right now.
Yeah, it currently seems like a rough one, but with both teams vying for the mid control, it just boils down to which team will find jungle control on one side or the other.
Well, right now, neither team has much of a jungle, but I think they may start a fight about it if anybody gets caught out of position. It will be the Pangolier from the looks of it, magnetizes there for some chip damage, but they only see the Pango and don't want to commit into the dark.
Dire are scanning.
Looking at the net worths, though, it does look like Wind Ranger will be joining the team fight significantly sooner than Lina will at this rate. Because she is farming really well, and only has 2 deaths thanks to keeping herself at, well, basically maximum power shot range every time there is a big engagement happening around Nasfear.
By the way, we got a confirmation from Level Up's coach, Booktop, that the correct pronunciation for Mixa's name is with an S, not with a sh.
So it is in fact Mixa. Alright.
Yeah. That does make me a little bit mad as Hungarian, but it is what it is.
No representation, I guess.
happens. Yeah, 14 minutes in, the most important timing in the game currently.
Yep.
There's power rooms, there's shrines.
50-50 on the power runes, though, will favor Arya Rise, and Arya Rise are immediately gonna smoke up with it. Maybe now we're gonna see us some action favoring Gradient here.
It's just which of the 3 core targets will they choose to pick off. They are currently vying for the Undying, as you can see in the cameras as well.
Ooh, hookshot off the mark onto Mixa. Mixa, though, with the Swashbuckler still taking most of his health damage immediately, and will go down. Takes them a little bit, but they do get him down. Making sure to take a lot of tempo away from that Undying, but in exchange for it, Anku goes down on top, getting focus fired by the Wind Ranger with a Maelstrom once again.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ethereal on the bottom lane was still in there, also goes down now as Waveform. Yoink, with the Magnetize, it's just a matter of time. Zero Tenacity, once again the winners, getting 3 kills across the map, and not giving up a single one in exchange even.
Man, split fight, and they still find everything here at 15 minutes in. It's a 3K net worth lead. Now that is a stepping stone you can use.
Yep, that's exactly the start they were looking for. Sure, there is 2 big core kills that if you get them are going to cost you. But targeting the Undying and using up all of your resources just for him to instantly respawn was such a big mistake there. I think Mixa, you can't go him once that Ceaseless Dirt is off cooldown once again. You need to kill him right now if you want to focus him more as a gank target, or else he's just gonna instant respawn and turn the team fight once more.
Well, it was him that was like the main star of the previous fight. It was the Chain Frost and Warwick, and the same shenanigans that Ethereal's just feeling right now.
Oof. Looks like MRLS is the one getting taken in exchange, but at least they do make sure to finish off the Pangolier with yet another power shot, putting more money into
Dire's
Nesfir's
middle
pocket.
tower is under attack.
As a follow-up initiations there on the Clockwork, which will result in basically a full-on execution with the Tombstone being dropped and everything.
Yeah, it's also farm. This area is just great to farm with the Undying. The double camps are just really good. Just get a bit more gold for yourself. They form in contact, but they don't want to abuse them too much. At the end of the day, though, is their tenacity. This second night of the game, all these power runes, I don't even know what Ethereal got that one shield rune. That's basically it. So far, the Pangolier has no time to shine, or the ability to actually get into the fights and out of them.
Yeah, he's trying to save
ease
for
and
the
safety.
Dagger, but it's been a while since he started saving for that now, and even once he has it, we're reaching the point where Nesfir is so fat that he can just focus fire the Rolling Thunder and shoot you down in your ultimate. Ethereal, though, wants to try and do something about exactly that issue. Nesfir, however, manages to run himself away.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It does give an opening on the mid lane.
Let's see who's gonna
Doesn't
come
look
in
like they wanna
first.
take it.
That's a nice jump on the Clockwork is going to cause him to be absolutely torn to shreds.
Yeah, you're just not getting what you wanted. That possibility of a good hook shot, one way or the other.
At least it's support kills that they're losing for these engagements every time, though I'm not sure how much of a consolation that is if your Lina isn't able to come online herself. Looking at Yowai, he's third in net worth. As the Lina, you're supposed to outfarm the Wind Ranger, and that right now just
No, Ethereal.
Yeah, he's just gonna get wrecked. He should not have gone there. Of course, he didn't know that both supports were sitting behind, ready to jump at a moment's notice. But both the Lich and the Dark Widow are also becoming absolute powerhouses. With the Glimmer Cape on the Lich already being completed. And Dark Widow, after the urn, now looking to turn it into an essence that 4 steps off.
Okay. right? That's when it's go time. And well, they can look like they're throwing spells willy-nilly. They're just trying to make that one catch happen so that then Ethereal and Anku can join in.
Go is being
And that's
called.
all that needs to happen.
So the one issue with the creeps is in the team fights, the creeps are gonna fall off, and it's these big 5-man team fights where Zero to Nasty have really been the ones shining, with also why I think a pickoff could be a large part of what gets you back into this game, because there too, those ancient creeps give you so much more value having them, right?
Exactly. And that's something people, oh no, it's 5k net worth lead, call it. It's Jover. That's something like, yeah, like, if you read the messages from pros, if you read the messages from other players, like pushing even with a 5k net worth lead at 20 is rough. Like you can have the best snowball lineup in the world. At the end of the day, you need to be worried about split push, positions, and maybe even getting jumped if you are the Beastmaster, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Well, see, they do keep this tempo, they do keep this control, but they didn't quite get the kill they needed there. I am really looking at that reason, because Moose, he is kind of denying it. Like you said, keeping the Undying is his main job, and he's building for it as well. Daggers there, the catches are going to be way better. As for now, 0-10 can secure themselves a Tormentor with that space, and that's still plenty, I think.
They're going to be more than happy with this. With a little bit of breeder, it looks like our eyes are going to try and go for the objective exchange and get Roshan instead of this. But it's so damn slow, even with the Ancient Black Dragon.
It is, though they seem to be getting it uncontested, and Roshan is technically the bigger objective. We can see this gold lead now being whittled down to 3k gold, and this game may yet become interesting, depending on what this next team fight with the Aegis has in store for us.
It is a DD Pango, though. The one thing they didn't know about.
They find out the hard way, but Imperial already forced to Rolling Thunder out of there. One ward could have made all the difference. 0-10, still extremely terrifying when the Earth Spirit is in a team fight, because Warwick just isn't gonna die anymore. BKB now on the way, as everybody from Z10 is gonna smoke up again, and let's see if this BKB Earth Spirit reveal is gonna make the difference that they're looking for.
Nasphere, what the hell are you doing up here?
Oh no. At least, I guess it's gonna be Anku caught and obliterate first, together with Waveform. So Windranger still too hard to go on as a target.
Easy surprise. As the rest of the team just makes an appearance. And yeah, of course they'll take care of the Ancient Black Dragon. No wave cutting this time around. So Tenacity want to reforce the status quo.
Yeah.
This is a great technique as well, right? Like if you see the Pangolier farming or the Aegis target farming, hold up. I know, I don't think Nasphere is in any trouble. Never mind. But yeah, as long as you can, as long as you can see Ethereal, and they did see him walk into the Radiant jungle, right? You can just go on the other targets. Everything that's split off from the Pangolier is fair game. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. They find Waveform as well. One by one they fall.
And this may divulge into a full-blown fight as Pangolier gives the Rolling Thunder a shot. tries to catch up to everybody, and MRLS is going to be the target. But cursed terrain, oh no! Oh no, they need to run now. Get out, run while you still can. Rune Aegis, they were so close to greatness there, and that little annoying rock near the road messed them up. Pango's now gonna get caught for that and die. They should have ran when they had the chance. He gets caught again, feared.
Anku, Anku, help me! Anku!
No, I don't think
Beastmaster's
that's any
not
help
coming
in this
back.
situation.
I'm just leaving Ethereal to just die.
Ani-san may even perish for it. No, okay, he gets out. He was keeping the Wind Ranger at bay with the Cox over the top lane at least, so one person was trying to somehow help Pangolier live there, but I don't think you can live when there is 4 people focusing on you like that.
Top tower has fallen.
Okay, tier 1 defense line absolutely gone. Tier 2s are a different nut to crack, but I don't think Zero Tenacity are going to be
Radiant are scanning.
too worried about it in the long run.
The one thing they may have to become worried about is Yowai. Yowai, he does have one final shot at getting himself back in this game with the 9-second BKB. It has just been completed, and Warwick walks up the high ground exactly the way they had hoped. He will still be able to roll out thanks to his BKB being activated though. Wait for him on the chase, sharpshooter blocked by the Dark Willow. Nice disengage from 0-10.
I don't think that was the very, very last chance of Lena. The BKB is still active, or at least available.
No, she didn't
But
press it.
let's see if the
Like,
smoke...
only if she presses it and then dies, it's gonna be the last chance. But Dark Willow will be a bit late.
Going down is nothing. Mid pressure coming out from Anku is something, but at the same time, I need this pressure to start happening if we want to see any kind of a chance for us to even stay in this game at all.
Agreed. Though I do like their aggressive vision around this dire jungle. Now, if anybody tries to contest them sitting here, camping and farming up, at least they'll be able to answer it
Moose?
instead near the Twin Gate. Moose comes.
The biggest support fight of the year, Ani-san or Moose?
Uh-oh. Well, it's gonna be
Ah,
Ani-san.
no way. No way, he found the catch. Oh, unlucky for my boy Moose.
I think that was beautiful, though. Ani-san making sure to be on top of everybody. He's died 6 freaking times because this game has been so rough, and 7 armor just isn't gonna cut it for Clockwork. But at the very least, he is there every single time that he needs him to interrupt something.
Is under attack.
Oh, massive room, massive room, massive room. Go, 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 go.
Warwick got it.
Oh, Warwick gets it.
BKB is
He's
there,
like,
but
no.
he doesn't want to commit just yet.
I don't want to use. We want a team fight. I need to wait for Mixa.
Well, MRLS is there, at least that's something. Warwick
Is under attack.
camps, waits for enemies to come on in Ethereal though, gets a beautiful Rolling Thunder, and Dark Willow is gonna be left in a world of hurt for that. Undying, brings in the Tombstone, brings in the heal, trying to keep Dark Willow alive. Dark Willow though, not gonna live against Yowai. Lina as Nesfear comes in, but Nesfear, I don't think he should be there at all. Double kill for Yowai, and Yowai, he's finally online. He's finally doing more than just a bit of backline damage, and it will be a triple kill for him. Oof, that was rough.
That. From Mario Rise and
Fortified.
so it's just I don't know. Neither choice is good in my opinion.
I feel
I do
that.
prefer the Lotus personally. You get the armor, you get that reflection opportunity against the Primal Roar. You still get caught by the hook shot. So like that part sucks ass, but
Yeah, it really feels
Honestly,
like
at the
no
same
matter what
time-
you build, you need more than one item.
it just sucks. It sucks, Joe. Everything is dog, but yeah. Honestly, I do know like my offlaner from the NC Hungary team, right? He'd be like, why is he not building Echo Saber, right, for the cogs? He's like, yeah. Yeah, no, not everyone is aggressive as you, Ida. Love you. I don't know.
Yeah, Cogs
You'll oversee
aren't
this.
really the issue here yet. I would agree with that mindset if they would, actively be what's keeping the Lina safe. What's keeping the Lina safe are the bushwhacks, are the roars, are the hook shot, and even the rolling thunders. Despite Pango not having the best game anymore. Over on top, we're gonna have a support fight once again, just like the last one. It ends with the rest of the team coming in and cleaning it up.
Yeah, support's getting killed. It's just your job as the support. But you should be feeling that there's a twin gate rotation coming out of that. Yoi. As usual, he just wants to fight.
Yeah, press the BKB for that, but Dark Widow got obliterated at least. 0-10 still going deeper. They're saying, okay guys, we saw the Lina BKB, but won't find anyone.
You're entering, the end stages of the game now. Rotating over to 32 minutes. Big items. 6 slotted people are coming out of the game.
I wouldn't be so sure if it's the end stage yet, because there is still a lot of tier 2s across the map alive, and both of these cores don't mind going.
One of them
for
is
another
already
10
broken,
minutes.
though. One of them is already broken, though, Joe.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Lina is 20,000 in terms of net worth, like, just her inventory alone.
It happens extremely quickly once this Beastmaster starts gaining the map, and then basically the carry of your choice basically follows it up. Ethereal being a bit behind, fine, you accept it. As Ethereal's going for the Nisha build. I usually call this the Nisha build. I don't know if he was the one who wanted to first coin it to get that Octarine core on the Pango.
I don't mind it. It's gotten really popular these days, to my surprise.
More the past, these days, try the past 3 years. Warwick?
Ooh, the hook shot will be there, but so will the chain thrust. Lina with the ultimate trying to finish the job, but Earth Spirit managed to roll out of there. There's not yet a single kill thanks to all of those defensive PKBs being proc almost at the same time. Earth Spirit, though, looking to go for more, will catch the Beastmaster. Anku picking down to the vessel, but manages to turn around onto the Dark Widow with a beautiful bushwhack. As there is this broken ass Lina once again getting an unstoppable streak, looking for Moose as well. Moose will go down to Ethereal, and they get a completely clean teamfight, not losing a single target.
Don't know if you can turn this into high ground. A bit risky with the 30-minute siege creeps, but they'll try and let the siege creeps do the work instead of them. Like turning this into Roshan, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Roshan plenty. You don't need to high ground. Lina always has the late game advantage in a matchup like this one, so just make sure the enemy can't beat you. Just make sure every following teamfight is gonna be yours with that Aegis. But 0-10, they were really good at playing around the Aegis the first time. We'll see how much of a difference it's gonna make, though. With Lina already securing it and now Undying being caught out of position, I think it's gonna be huge, because Undying, 4 is too old. Leaving Wind Ranger out of position once again, though. Nasfear trying so hard to keep himself in the fight, but Yoi machine gunning away at the Tombstone. Undying goes down, no instant respawn for him this time around, as Yoi needs to be very careful not to lose that Aegis out of position. How much damage they're doing while kiting. Up comes the Rolling Thunder onto the high ground. Beastmaster BKB teleport out of there. Will live despite the magnetize, but Dark Widow still gets caught up with the BKB from the Earth Spirit, and he will finish the job on her.
I mean, 2 for 1 plus Aegis. I take it, it's not the perfect situation as, Yoi?
Oof, if they can catch him, though, that would be massive. Yoi taking a lot of damage from the Chain Frost, manages to turn around on the Lich at least, but can Clockwork keep him alive? He's trying his hardest. Yoi, right click after right click is flying, he finally loses the Aegis. Not too rough of a spot, though, because 3 people are alive and they don't have enough resources to take down the Lina once again.
Yo, I was just trying to pull out the Rorschach from Watchmen, right? I'm not stuck in here with you, you're stuck in here with me.
It almost worked too. I mean, they are backing off, and look at Earthspirits' health.
Yo, he almost killed off Warwick, man. That would have been beautiful, but sadly it doesn't come together.
Well, even if it doesn't, everybody is respawning. I still think this is victory after victory that Rune Eater and Rise are getting. Just by keeping their Lina somewhat alive. You know, technically one life lost, but that still means you gotta deal with the other one.
Still looking at Nesphere's build. It doesn't feel right. Sure, the Aghanim Scepter doesn't give you the same thing as it used to. Gale Force is trash.
What I'm wondering is why no, what's it called? Bloodthorn. Because everybody has that important BKB timing right now, and during the BKB you can't fight into the Lina ever, because she already got her MKB anyways. So you kind of want the BKB from the Lina to end. And I think Bloodthorn is perfect. You immediately punish her for still being within your attack range when she doesn't have BKB anymore.
I don't know. Will the fight last long enough so that you can engage after BKB is the question here.
It depends on
And I'd say the answer is no. I like the Bloodthorn against Ethereal. I don't like the Bloodthorn against the Lina, personally. Right? So, like, Warwick will force out the BKB, but even though, like, that's the problem, that now it's just 7 seconds, and at the bottom of it is not 6 seconds, right? That extra seconds just makes the Bloodthorn builds just so much less viable, as they used to be back in, like, 741, right? We are now in... We are still in 741? Right, 740 is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I am.
This is a Cinderman take, but I like my Danish boy, so he knows things.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely agree that Bloodthorn has been nerfed a lot just by BKB being buffed.
Yeah, it just makes the build less viable. As Nesphere?
Oh, it's gotta be Anku, it's gotta be Focus Fire, as long as Nesphere can hold his position, he'll actually get the kill. Moose already died for that, but now Warwick goes down. In exchange for just a Clockwork, that is not quite how they needed the teamfight to continue, because now Mixa gets machine gunned down by the Lina. Lina feared up, but Windranger, you do not want to do this. Because with the MKB, Windman does nothing, and Yowai looking for more, will get the Dark Widow. He may end up expiring for it, but nope. Kept alive perfectly there by the Dark Widow and the Pangolier. Everybody tips Yowai just for that extra tilt in the faces of Zero.
One decay away. One decay away, and the team wipe would have been a bit more mitigated, but yeah, Zero Tenacity. Even though the buyback fight was not favoring them, right? Because the outpost was basically still in dire hands, and is still in dire hands.
Yeah, they still decided to go for it, and I kind of get why, because it was a really beautiful magnetized, it was really good positioning from Nesphere at the start, but then, same, no avail.
Shoving out mid lane, kind of projecting that there's more of us here, come fight us if you want to, but you're just falling in a trap, or are you?
Clockwork got perfectly rolling bouldered there, as he wanted to hookshot first, it got cancelled mid-animation. Beautifully done by Zero Tenacity. It is just one pickoff, however, and unless that pickoff is on the Lina, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a game changer.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Good escape from waveform. Yes, you do.
Yeah, some extra space created, because Windranger, he is struggling in so many departments. Not enough damage, not enough catch. Both of those are currently becoming bigger and bigger problems as time goes on.
I'm looking for the itemization solution necessary. I went for the Lincoln Sphere to mitigate the Primal Roar being used against him. But I think Anku is just going to then pivot to Warwick as the potential target. Why the hell not?
Yeah, even the Undying, like, look at how much damage Mix had it last fight, so even I think Undying is worth roaring right now. As Dark Willow with the hook, with the Cox immediately obliterated. The same goes for Waveform, but Waveform decides to buy back, as this is where Rune, you just want to end this once and for all. They do get Yowai caught though, and with this, Lina not able to right click anymore. Lina will die to Nesfear finally, but Nesfear immediately gets killed off after. Mixa still holding his own. Beautiful decays coming up, and there is the bot back Waveform trying to keep everybody at bay, but nope. Ethereal dies, and Anku will immediately perish after. Warwick, once he catches you and gets on top of you with that Undying, your fate is sealed. So now he's gonna do the exact same thing to Ani-san. Bop.
Yeah, this 2-second decay cooldown is just ridiculous. One of the biggest reasons why I like buying Octarine Core on Undying, right?
Yeah, this is insane.
Just take all the HP. Good save attempt though on Nesfear, which basically delayed the fight long enough so that Yowai felt comfortable that he can turn it around with Satanic. But I don't know. By then it didn't look super good to stick around here on this Roche pit.
Yeah, he should have at least gotten himself into a better position, but other than the Hurricane Pike, it's nothing that's so easy to do when, you know, everybody is magnetized, Earth Spirit is rolling through the team fight, and everywhere is being decayed. Even the AoE on that is quite massive with Shiva's guard.
Yeah, speaking of Shiva's guard, it's still double Shiva's guards on Z10 now. Would work and Mixa, but both of them giving vision against enemy positions is kind of high value.
Yeah, double Shivas
in
is
this
actually
situation.
pretty meta right now, because you only lose out on the passive, on the like minus 40 attack speed, but that's not why you build Shivas, because even the Arctic Blast does in fact attack.
It's the slow, it's the vision, exactly. I agree. Speaking of Octarine Core, Mixa, are you listening to the stream? Hello? Hello? Look at that beauty. Look at the cooldown on decay. Oh my lord.
1.5 seconds. That's how it should be.
It's so dumb.
Where's his
It's
Aghanims?
so dumb.
I'm missing the Aghanims now, bro.
Oh.
We're not done yet. The zombie is yet gonna get
If
bigger.
he sells that soul ring and gets that extra slot in there, I'd actually keep the dust in there. Like, the soul ring doesn't give you much anymore. Oh, he picks up the gem instead of the.
I mean, I don't think
okay,
with his Octarine he's gonna die very easily.
Radiant are scanning.
Let's see this.
Oh, Ethereal got baited into Rolling Thunder, and once again the Cursed Terrain completely whiffs the initiation from 0 tenacity for them.
Bad position on bad position. But Roche is alive with all the goods.
That's true, the Sharpshooter will connect on the Lich though, and Pangolier wants to go for round 2, but immediately gets caught, immediately gets chain frosted. That is Ethereal down for 100 seconds, no buyback. Wind Ranger still tries so hard to finish off the Beastmaster, will not succeed, but Warwick instead makes sure to at least avenge his carry, as now neither side is fighting.
Как можно было заехать в угол?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
У него руна волшебства, он просто соло этот файт выигрывает.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
26-й на земеле. Микса 26-го. Там вообще имбаланс леталики на 26-х у двух этих персонажей.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Микса, интересно, себе силу взял?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ты просто миллиард силы получаешь.
is under attack.
Arms for the dead.
Radiant's middle tower